Previously on Hoard of the Dragon Queen. The white dragon remains unmoving. You're not sure if it's sleeping. You didn't really get that good of a look. It's not really moving. It's kind of just hanging out there above the stalactites. You just barely were able to see it yourself. As you leave, the ice beneath your feet crunches. You sense more than hear something stirring further down this tunnel. Freddy and Clive take off out of the tunnel. As you and Ireva atop this giant bat attempt to land on this ice shelf, the weight begins to crack the ice, and very shortly after, it breaks away. And as your bat goes back into flight, the ice cracking and breaking down to crash upon the rest of the floor 75 feet below. Also, Ireva, as you have teleported within and attempted to get Slurm, you notice these two creatures take notice of you. They look to be undead. As the last vampire falls, you begin to hear shouts. Freddy, looking out the side of the mountain, you can hear it coming from this direction where a number of voices are exclaiming, "Oh, over there, that's where it crashed, there in the crumbling tower." And this is where we will end this session. And thus brings us to the present moment, where you each are standing within this tower, the wind howling outside, floating high above the ground. After a few moments to catch your breath,
oh, my ear.
a figure appears.
I want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Let me get it.
Ain't nothing.
Check.
All right. From the now open doorway comes a large bat, which lands and morphs immediately into this figure. There we go. All right. All right. As this figure lands within, a great wail of pain and anguish emits from it. Quite unhuman-like. And immediately it rushes to the coffin and looking around, noticing that the guards, the vampire spawn, are dead. And then it turns to you all with slitted eyes, narrowed. You killed all of them. And then it extends clawed hands, the fingernails of unnatural length. Tell me why I shouldn't kill you right here, right now. Make me a charisma check, Freddy. No, just a charisma, because there's a little bit of humor in there. Charisma check. All right. This being smiles and I feed well enough. Stands up a little straighter, no longer crouching down as in a ready for battle stance, and ever so slowly kind of paces before you. Oh, you know what? Roll a religion check. Yeah. Yeah, such a knowledge check would be unhelpable, I guess. Uh-oh. Twitch says they can't hear Discord. Can you guys give a voice check?
Check 1 2.
Voice check.
Do you come from a land down under?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Do you remember?
Oh boy. You gave me a Vegemite that way.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Uh-oh.
I think that.
I'm not doing the hot part.
the song,
I
right?
can't.
You better take it. Oh yeah.
Ha ho ha hee ha ho ha hee ha ho.
Remember, Dad, you asked
Ooh,
me.
ha.
Wow.
Thank
Okay,
you very
I
much.
know what I'm doing. I got it, I think.
So do we need to repeat all that so chat can enjoy it? He's like, please no.
Hey, I think I had
Streets back.
nice
All
little
right.
solo there.
But you can hear me chat, right?
Uh,
I hope so.
You are
Oh,
my
jeez.
fire, the one
The one
desire.
Oh, my ear.
When I say I want it
Check.
that way.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Oh my
Ain't nothing-
goodness. Check. Okay, so you can hear me. Awesome. Okay. Okay, back to the
I
session.
want it that way.
Everybody
No more
gets
breaking
disadvantage.
Okay, I wasn't singing that time.
All right.
I'm just happy Otto knows that song.
Right?
Screech says, please turn them back off so I don't have to listen to this. Okay. A little bit of technical problems.
Perfect.
That's, oh man, I feel like the recording might not have audio. Oh well. Figure that out for another time. Anyway, Ireva.
Yeah.
This is obviously a vampire, of course, but you suspect that its origins come from being a moon elf. A moon elf, if I can find it. Make me a history check.
That makes sense.
You don't know much about moon elves, save for that they are your kin from other parts of Faerun. They are pretty much the most common of all the elven subraces, more tolerant of humans than other elves. They are the ancestors of most half-elves, and considered high elves, sometimes also called Eladrin.
Okay.
They're a very common type of elf. Freddy, as you are speaking and kind of trying to bring some brevity to the situation, the creature pacing back and forth slowly, suddenly zips over to you and is leaning in close, waiting until you are finished speaking, and says, I feed where I want, when I want. It is true, most of you would not taste so sweet, but you look quite good.
Oh, why, thank you kindly.
He lies a lot. He probably tastes bad.
He's only a half elf. He can't be that tasty. But then that
Still,
wouldn't bother you, would it?
But think of all the thralls you could make from the ones outside.
Ogres do not make good thralls.
Oh no, I'm sure they don't, but there's plenty of humans. Plenty of elves.
We would
Perhaps
not.
even a few dwarves.
We would not have killed your kin were it not a choice between our life or theirs. They did not give us another option.
They just immediately
You are given
attacked
no other option for trespassing in my lair.
Well, to be honest, we did not know it was your lair. Had we known, we would have left you in peace. We are not here to harm you or disturb you.
And at this, almost instantaneously, flips over by you, Ireva. Smells. Oops. I don't know why it keeps deleting people from the map. Seems to be a new thing that Fantasy Grounds is doing.
That's what he gets for singing at me.
There we go. All right, so she whips across and sniffs Ireva. Very sweet.
Ireva will relax her bow, and she won't, flex or anything like that, or bridge up. She simply looks into the vampire's eyes. Do you still call yourself an elf?
I haven't been an elf for ages.
Well, you are familiar with them. And I'm telling you, we did not intend, for whatever it means to you, to disturb you. I do apologize that we slew those that mattered to you. Again, if we were able to, we would have left in peace. We had no way to leave, for they were upon us as soon as we walked in. I understand they were protecting this lair, but we had no choice. We are here for no other reason than to stop the cult from raising Tiamat. We mean no quarrel with you. If you wish to create a quarrel, that would be unfortunate. But either way, I will not stop from preventing Tiamat from coming to this realm. If you choose to stand in our way of that, we will take action.
You wish to stop the cult? A tall task.
That is my only purpose in this realm. I'm only among the living to do so.
My sister sacrificed her life for this task. It's one I wish to continue.
This creature looks over to you, Rosemary. And with narrowed eyes, your touch from the grave is different. It smells all the same. Well, it's readily apparent that you are not part of the cult, and that bit admitting why you are here is interesting. I part of the cult, though I am from the old way, true path.
What's the true path?
True path is that which was set under Samaster. Now it is a bastardized version under the new reigning leader, Severin. She speaks the name as if cursing.
Would you like us to take her out?
Severin is not a she.
Well, take them out. in exchange for maybe being able to stay here for a little bit until we get our strengths up. I promise we won't bother you. Just a place to sit for a while.
Anybody that wishes to can make an insight check right now.
Oh yeah, I'm going to. Do you want it in the tower or just out in the open?
You could roll it in the open.
His mind is elsewhere.
Okay. The vampire paces about, looking each of you, threatening as all hell. It is a vampire. And then stops. I have thought it over. Perhaps a deal may be struck for you to keep your miserable lives.
Well, what kind of deal are you proposing?
Well, to complete your mission, you say you are here to stop the cult. Nothing would please me more than that half-dragon bitch being killed in her sleep.
We would love to do that. That is Rezmir, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. That's who we're here to take down.
Ah, then we have an accord. I will allow you to leave this tower if you kill Rezmir and leave no trace of having made such a deal with me. I must have at least some plausible deniability.
She is one of the main targets of our mission here.
Where is this bitch?
I'll hold out my hand for like a deal.
She extends her hand all the same, but does not go to grasp it. With her other hand, she puts a single finger up, her index finger, as if to say, wait. Says, and in order to keep assurances that you will not come back, betray me, I will require one of you as collateral.
In what way do you mean this collateral?
One of you must stay behind with me. The others are free to go and do as you please about the castle. I don't need you coming back and disturbing my rest again. Not until Rezmir is dead.
Our task is already wildly difficult as it is. Trying to do it shortchanged is nigh impossible.
She streaks across the chamber, right behind you, Freddy. Or we could do this the other way.
There has to be a middle ground here. I don't think we can accomplish this mission without all 5 of us.
She puts a finger tracing on you, Freddy. And as her touch touches your skin, you just feel like thousands of spiders crawling across your skin. Tell me how you can assure me that you will not come back and slay me now that you know where my coffin is. Explain that to me.
Well, it's simple. You can fly, we can't. Block the door behind us.
The door was blocked and you still made your way within.
Well, as you can see, we came through this door. Is this door not open?
The door right next to you right here is on the ground floor. Probably a little, yep.
Okay. Then Freddy's referring to the floor on the ground floor. Like, put a huge chunk of ice in it in the way so the door can't be opened again. And then we have no way to get back in here.
You think I am a fool? I know adventurers. They don't like to leave strings.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong. You're not a string to us. All we care about is the cult. Can I roll a persuasion to convince her of that?
Yeah, go ahead. I have a new extension. So, let's check this.
Can I aid him in that?
What are you doing to aid him? In this case, it would probably be you saying something. So what do you say in order to try and aid?
Well, you wish for Rezmir to be gone, don't you? That is the deal that we are trying to strike. How do you expect us to defeat Rezmir with only 4 instead of 5? Strength is in numbers. It would be easier for all 5 of us to defeat her, and then be on our way. Rest assured that we would probably never come back here, especially not to disturb you. It is out of our way. Yeah.
Alright. Did you get that prompt, Freddy? Are you getting a prompt?
No.
Why is this not working?
Oh, I got one.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay. You can roll that with advantage. If it allows you.
Honestly, I'm not 100% positive how to use it. Do I do 2d20 or just 1d20?
You should just have a button. Let me see.
I have a cancel, a roll, and an okay, and then the bottom left there's a d20 symbol.
On the right side where it has that dice, if you hover over it, it says roll above the check mark. Click that one.
Yep. Okay, how does it do it with advantage though? Or am I just rolling both of them?
On the bottom left, click advantage by the modifier, and I think that should
that counts.
I hope so.
Okay.
No, it doesn't, I guess. Roll again.
Wow, friend.
But my persuasion is +10, not +4. So it's not taking into account my proficiency bonus. It's just doing charisma.
What the heck? That's, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, just yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like to do it the old-fashioned way.
do
I'll
it
just
that
hit
way.
advantage and roll persuasion from
I
there.
wonder why this extension isn't working now. Okay, yep. Go ahead and roll with advantage using persuasion. Okay.
Looks like you need to change the dice color.
Well, that 10 was decent. That would come into a 20.
Yep. This vampire does not quite look convinced.
I don't know what you need from us. We simply want to destroy this cult and keep this bitch devil, this dragon queen from coming to this world. What is your fear? Obviously, you do not run this castle. You would not be cowering in this tower. What is your worry? You are scared of this half-dragon? Do you want it gone? Then let us go.
It is not about fear.
It
or
must
worry.
be. You are hiding in this tower, sneaking out at night, cowering in this coffin.
She moves right next to you, Vimok.
And he leans forward into her chest and holds the flame right in her face. What are you afraid of? I do not fear you. I do not know what you are. Obviously, you are some evil being.
It is not a matter of fear or worry. It is a matter of survival.
Then let us go. Let us rest, get to our full strength, and we will rid this castle of this half-dragon and decimate this cult. And then you will be free to do as you wish.
And like I said, we'll shut the door permanently on the way out.
Vimok, roll me an intimidation.
What's up with that, Nicole?
The vampire does not shy away from your presence.
He doesn't know what she is.
Yeah.
His people don't know about vampires.
This creature, I guess, the very, very pale creature. You see the extremely sharp teeth that it has.
Oh.
Does not shy away from your advance. The flames do kind of not shrink it away, but like it doesn't like the torch being so close to it.
Yeah, he understands it's some kind of undead thing, because I mean that much he understands, but he doesn't know about this. He's freaking out about Freddy thinking, talking about this blood drinking shit, but he's like, what the fuck?
Gotcha. And it speaks.
Go ahead.
I can live for millennia, and I plan to do just that. I know your kind all too well. You mince your pretty words and believe yourselves morally superior. You will come back to attempt to slay me. May not be now, may not be soon, but I am part of the cult. Upon slaying Rezmir, You will but only set forth a sequence of events that I plan to capitalize on. I wish to have insurance against your hunting down of myself. If you will not give me one as collateral, then perhaps I might accept if one of you allowed me to feed on you. You may rest here. Gather up all of your resources. I will speak to the dim-witted ogres outside. Your presence will not be known for a time. But allow me to feed on one of you as you sleep. And that will keep me sated for now.
Is there a cost to us with your feeding?
Irava, please make me a nature check.
Yes! It's
All
not
right.
shit.
Irava, you know that when vampires feed, they take some of your, so functionally, mechanically, they take some of your maximum hit points, which you are privy to right now. Essentially, if you die with these maximum hit points being taken away, you turn into a vampire spawn.
So, out of character question, she's had her max HP lowered. That comes back after a long rest, right?
Correct.
Would this vampire, would she get the max HP back up and then it would be lowered, or it would be lowered before it returns?
Okay, so I'll read it to you right now. So,
Okay.
Let's see. So a vampire has an attack called Bite. It deals like normal piercing damage plus some necrotic damage. The target's hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic damage taken, and the vampire regains hit points equal to that amount. The reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest. The target dies if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0. A humanoid slain in this way and then buried in the ground rises the following night as vampire spawn under Sandacil's control.
All right, Irava will look at Freddy and look at Rose. Are either of you able to give me another healing? Do either of you have the energy?
So, out of character,
Not
is this
right
like she
now.
would feed? Out of character, is this where she would feed on us now, and then we'd be able to take a long rest and restore the hit points and then continue on? Or we suffer a penalty after a long rest as well?
What she's proposing would work this way mechanically. You would take a long rest and she would feed on you while you sleep, and after the rest, you would have the maximum hit points missing. So one of you would be penalized. And though it doesn't exactly like work this way for roleplay wise, if the player that is fed upon, if they die or if they are reduced to 0 and aren't given healing or whatever, so like if you go unconscious because of going to 0 hit points, you have to receive healing. If you don't receive healing, if you just like take a short rest and regain hit points that way, you would turn into a vampire spawn.
Okay.
So this is way. This is basically just her way of trying to get some assurances.
Okay, then now that I, out of character, know that, Irava would quickly pull aside and she'll, you can feed on me.
B-Mock's like, nope. Nope. B-Mock steps forward and says, I'm your Huckleberry.
But you cannot kill one of us during this process.
She gives a playful smile and says, Sometimes the bloodlust takes over. We'll just have to see what happens.
And just like you, we need assurances. The bloodlust this time cannot take over.
She will not kill me, Freddy.
Freddy, roll me a diplomacy.
That doesn't exist.
We would need you at your full strength for our coming battles.
I will be fine.
Persuasion. Sandysil kind of like, or the vampire like rolls her eyes a little bit and... You will not be slain by my bite, at least not directly.
What
you do afterwards is up to you.
I think we have found our middle ground then. Would you all agree? Slurm? You've been silent so far.
I do not like this creature, but I think we have to come to an agreement. And it sounds like this is adequate.
As long as VMOC is okay with doing that, I would be okay with this deal.
VMOC, you're up to it?
This is decided. Every chance he gets, he waves a torch in the bitch's face.
She gets a little bit more frustrated. Like, you even see her like try to bat it away. Probably doing that thing where you're like taking it out of reach before she can smack it, you know?
Right,
like playing the hand slap game.
I will keep watch on you while she feeds VMOC.
All right, Sandalis, it seems you have a deal.
Right.
What is your name thing?
Sandysil.
Sandysil. I like to know who's kissing my neck before they do so.
She smiles.
That's a nice
and turns into a bat.
name.
Or she smiles and says, "You may rest here. Pick a spot." And turns into a bat. Exits out of the tower, down to the congregation of ogres still standing dumbly outside. Those of you who might peek your head out of the tower sees this creature talking with the ogres, and they disperse.
VMOC opens the coffin.
When you
VMOC, you
open,
will take your rest by me. Oh, sorry.
when you open the coffin, you see inside it contains dirt. Whole bunch of dirt. With the coffin open, the creature returns, merging back into Sandysil. And right away, moving over to you, VMOC, puts a hand upon yours. And though it does not completely go around your wrist, the grip is iron tight. Put my lid down.
I just wanted to see what your bed looked like.
Dirt from my grave whence I died.
He simply enjoys knowing those he plans on being intimate with.
Assuredly.
It's just too small for me. I was not planning on getting in it.
Well,
That,
go ahead and take whatever position you might. This tower gets cold.
I'm used to coldness. I'm from the mountains.
You may have your rest.
And I thank you. We thank you. I hope my blood will taste good to you and provide you with the sustenance that you need.
I do not remember the last time I fed on a Goliath. I remember it dry
Must have been a Goliath from the deserts then. And he turns and waves the torch in her face.
Once again, like, tries to swat at it.
Goes over and just sits down and grins.
You might say he's trying to torture her.
Oh man. There it
And
is.
just kind of sits Indian style and just kind of slumps down and tries to get some rest, knowing that he's going to lose some hit points again.
All right.
Ureva will bunker down next to him, a little unsettled, for she's not. She has a hard time relaxing into her trance because she is concerned for Vimak.
Okay.
Fred's gonna do a song of rest.
And is it possible for the giant bat to come into the tower?
Yeah, it could squeeze through the door.
Okay.
And we'll put it in there. Nuzzles up to Sandushill. No, I'm just kidding.
Traitorous son of a bitch.
If we can.
Bat knows bat.
All of a sudden you hear music playing. Let's get it on.
Oh no.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
All right.
Squeege is gonna leave us.
As best you can in this freezing cold tower, you set up with some of your packs into your bedrolls, begin to fall asleep. With the vampire off on the other corner of the tower, playing in the shadows. Ureva, you're probably quite unsettled as you feel these eyes ever present watching over each of you. Let's see. Ureva and Rosemary can make me perception checks at -5.
Can I have since the bat and I can telepathically communicate, can I have the bat try to alert me if it appears anybody is struggling against this vampire in the middle of the night?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, Slurm hasn't rested with Ureva, so you might not know.
Okay.
I forgot that she hasn't had a rest with us yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ureva should be at 60 maximum. Vimak lost 9.
9, yeah.
Okay, so Vmak's at 82. Should be.
Main thing is to get rid of one of them levels of exhaustion.
I know I have wounds, but I don't know if I was bit by the vampire or not.
Nope. I remember it was only Ureva and Vmak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you all may benefit from an extended long rest.
An extended long rest.
Oh, I said extended, but I believe it's supposed to be long rest, so.
Okay. I thought it was something extra fancy.
No. The terminology
the
between
languages.
fourth edition, between 4th edition and 5th edition is a little bit different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Vmak loses a level of exhaustion.
Thank God.
I can only see me on the map now.
We left you.
You're all alone.
Wait, well, I would
We
see
got
that
a
you
raid, blue collar
leave
DM.
me.
What's up, man?
Howdy, howdy.
Nice.
Right.
And we get a level.
Lock me up. Boom. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Okay. Let's see.
So level 8. Thanks, Nomad.
Ureva, you can't see anyone?
No,
I can't see anyone.
Oh, I think it's because Yeah, okay. VMOC's torch would have sputtered out.
Burn out, probably. Yep. I mean, it's only gonna burn for so long.
Yep.
No, Reva can see it all.
But I can't have dark vision.
Nope. That is in the Unearthed Arcana. When I was looking, Reborn in... What is it? The Van Richtens, I think, does not have dark vision.
Oh. I mean, I've always had it before, but...
Yeah, it's because the Reborn that I was using on Fantasy Grounds was from the UA. The Unearthed Arcana. So I put it into what it's supposed to be. Because I don't have Van Richtens on FGU, I only have it on D&D Beyond.
So, are we waking up? Or...
Yeah, you're awake now.
Okay, VMOC will light a torch.
Okay.
Ureva will immediately approach and look over VMOC. Without, like, getting, like, handsy, but... but immediately. VMOC, are you well?
VMOC, you rested completely, and it's been a long time, so you're still kind of tired. You do have a level of exhaustion, but you feel more well rested than you have been in a while. All the same, kind of like you slept wrong, you know? Body's still a little bit achy, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I feel fine. He, like, tilts his head around. Did she feed? He can't see his own neck. I mean, he's like...
Freddy will look VMOC over.
All right, make me a medicine check. You don't find it on his neck, but rather on his forearm, close to his wrist. But there are puncture wounds. No, we're not going there.
Got it from the main vein.
Jeez.
Well, that would only make sense, yes.
So there are puncture marks. VMOC.
I saw her eyes several times lower.
VMOC, you are affected by a maximum HP reduction of 10.
I feel a little tired, but otherwise I feel good.
Yeah, she could have took more. She was generous to us.
Is Sandersil in the room?
When you awaken, you notice that she is nowhere to be found.
Is it daylight?
It is daylight.
Okay. Then Ureva would kind of nod to the coffin, not knowing if Sandersil has any awareness. Thank you for keeping your word, Sandersil.
Perhaps we should burn it?
No, VMOC.
Oh,
we should leave.
That was a joke, huh?
Fred will make his way to the stairs, which I believe you said were, like, here?
Yep. When you look down...
We should have asked her for a map.
So you're about 70 feet up right now. When you look down, you see that the stairs descend a few feet, curling before they end. And there is just emptiness with crumbling bits of stone upon the sides of the tower. There is no easy way down.
Oh.
Take turns with my bat.
Yeah, I think we might have to.
Ride.
Yeah, I think we might have to. But before we leave here, we should come up with a plan. We know very little about this place, but it was mentioned that the giants and the cult have some sort of loose partnership, right? Perhaps we can drive a wedge in between that, because I don't think we can fight everything in this castle all at once.
I think reducing the number of beings we need to fight against is a wise idea.
Oh, the cult outright hates us, right? And they all know our faces. What if we try to locate the giants first? And they said the giants control this castle and are the ones that actually pilot it. So they would be in the driver's seat, the flight deck, what's it called on a boat? Well, on a boat with the
Deck?
the helm. Thank you.
I mean, I didn't help, but you're welcome.
Yeah, help me think of it. Then Freddy continues. So I think we should try to find the helm. What do you guys say?
A good idea. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's
Not
right.
always.
And the worst case scenario, we find the head cultist there and we just wind up in a firefight over the castle anyway. Right?
The giants are the ones driving the castle, yes?
That is what the man in town said.
The dragon lives in the basement, yes?
Yes.
This vampire lives in the tower. Well, that is what you call this creature.
It is a vampire, yes, Vivek. A dangerous foe.
I guess so, by the way you reacted to it. Not all of them are aligned with the goals of each other some way. So yes, we must drive a wedge between them. But the ultimate goal is to kill Rezmir,
Yes.
find Severin, and kill him, I think it was, yes?
Hopefully. If he's here, even.
Well, then let's go. Find Rezmir. Find him, cut off the head, and the rest will die.
Yeah, a reminder that also Ondar might be here too, so that's also something we'd have to deal with.
Bmog looks at Ureva.
Ureva has, he'll notice for just a split second, a flash of, like, sadness almost. It's a softer emotion, and then she quickly hardens up. Yes, if we come across him, he will be dealt with.
But good news, there's also Azbara Jos was spotted on this vessel. So he is one I would very much like to have a steep sip of revenge with.
He must be taken down as well.
And that is...
He is the one who caused Ondar to become what he is. One way or another.
The one with the painted head.
That is correct.
Alright, can Fred roll an investigation based off all the scouting from the outside that they've done of the castle to try to see where a helm of this vessel most likely would be? Give us a place to start.
Let me try to figure out.
Or a command center, or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it.
Yeah, go ahead and make me an investigation check. As best
That's
you
not a
can,
one.
As best as you can surmise, nothing really seems like a helm or a control room, like a master room, as best as you could determine. You think it's possible that within, because like basically it's a big giant chunk of ice with balconies and courtyards and towers built around it. You think it likely that like maybe something within the ice itself? Otherwise, the only thing you see is towers, so it's got to be one of the towers.
Either one of the towers or like the core of the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Fred offers that as his suggestions. That we start by trying to get into one of the main conning towers, or we go into the bellies of this beast and ask for any suggestions otherwise.
I think towers are a good idea.
All right, that's one vote for towers.
Start.
Sorry, I missed all that. What was the question?
I think that is wise. It is better to, at least at the beginning, make sure they can only approach us, or we can fight from one side instead of potentially being able to be surrounded.
Right. Rose?
Sure. I'm willing to do whatever you guys want to do. I know we talked about having Slorm and her bats take us down, but whatever we all agree or the majority feels is necessary, we should probably do that.
Ureva will look at Vimok. Vimok, please refrain from charging in somewhere that has gone poorly for us in the past. Unless it is Ondar. I will not hold you back from that. I know that is an ultimate mission for you.
I will try to refrain from causing us undue difficulties.
Yeah, thank you, Vimok. There will be much swinging to be had, I'm sure, no matter how this goes down.
I still want to never know. But I will not do so now.
I do not see an easy way down from this tower without causing us much undue grief. I don't even know if the bottom door opens, honestly.
How far up are we?
You're about 70 feet up above the ice.
Okay.
So you're high up in the tower.
50 feet or it's only a 25-foot drop from there, but we'll be fine.
What is the like how far do the stairs go down before there is the drop?
Not very much. Basically 10 feet, I would say.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're
So it's
fine. We're fine.
Wait, it's 10 feet drop to the stairs?
Yeah, the stairs drop about 10 feet. And then they
and
end.
that's another 60 feet down to the
Yeah, so it's 60 feet
broken
of
ground.
basically empty space to the broken, ice-covered, rocky ground of the bottom of this tower.
Okay, so Ureva would quickly volunteer to jump down onto those stairs and set the first anchoring of rope up.
Fred will be the second anchor.
Yeah, I'll just climb on my bat.
Slurm's just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
He goes on the bat.
Carry two people.
Very well, Slurm. You want to try the door?
Get on the
Want
bat.
to try the door?
Yeah. We'll fly.
Well, the bat made it through the door in the first place. Why wouldn't it be able to make
Wrong door.
it
Yeah, we're
through?
going down inside now.
Wrong door.
It's okay. I almost missed that part.
So could I attempt to squeeze the bat through this other doorway then?
Oh, we'll get out of the way.
I'll remind you, it is daytime. So if you go outside of the tower this way on the bat, you're guaranteed probably going to be spotted.
I think
we're staying inside and going down
Yeah.
to see if that interior.
Yeah, I want to
is
see if I
Oh,
can.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you can
If I
definitely.
can bring one
yeah.
of them on
You
the back of the
can-
bat with me to do the rope stuff if needed.
Yeah, you could definitely. You could definitely ferry people from this top floor level down to
Okay.
the bottom.
That's what I was hoping for.
All right. So one after one, each of you are ferried down to the bottom of the tower, where it's packed with icy debris to a depth of about 20 feet. And there is a very small part dug out for the door, which is difficult, but you think that it would be able to be opened.
I'm so sorry. I just like blanked out for a second. Erava's not down there, is she?
No, it's just Slurm and Rose right now.
Okay. Because I was gonna have Erava jump down the stairs.
Well, I thought Slurm was ferrying everybody down with
yeah,
that.
I'm just gonna give everybody a ride down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to take more time on this. So you're all on the bottom floor of the tower with the debris, and the ice covered debris and everything. So yeah, you're all on that bottom floor. It's a little difficult to move because it is slippery and it is kind of dangerous with rocky sharp points and ice and everything. But there is a section that is dug out because you're about like 20 feet up above the floor or so, and the door has a little dugout section where you can like kind of squeeze through and get out through the door right here.
Okay. And you said the door is locked?
No, I said you can get to the door and you would be able to open it because of all the debris and everything kind of in the way would be blocking it, but with that little dugout section you're able to.
Gotcha. Sorry, I don't know why my brain is just not like...
It happens.
Here.
It happens to me all the time, every session. No
I
worries.
appreciate it. My brain is like, he said words, but I didn't understand it.
Yep, it like doesn't quite register.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to one of the towers. Shall we assume that the probably like thickest, tallest one is the helm? He's talking to the party.
I don't know anything about. I'm following your lead, Freddy.
I appreciate that, VMOC.
Don't get used to it.
I would never even dream of it.
What is this dreaming you speak of?
Well, you see,
What, does the door open?
yeah, I think then with that, Freddy will try stealthily open the door
All right.
first.
Takes a little bit of effort. Seems like the door is kind of frozen in place, but with a little bit of push and pressure in the right spots, the door does open.
Melts away some of the frost with green flame blade.
Just enough that like you kind of break the ice away. It makes a sound, but not like super audible above the wind outside and everything.
I can't remember. Did we promise to block the entrance? Is that something we did?
I know it was mentioned, but I don't. I mean, that wasn't like part of any deal or anything. I know Freddy said that like they could do that, but it wasn't part of like any deal.
No, the deal was for VMOC's blood.
Okay.
All right, and Fred will step out again.
Okay, Freddy, as you step out You begin to bear witness to more of the castle. Now, in the light of day, the clouds are no longer surrounding the castle. You suspect likely that you are very, very high in altitude. It's cold, and your breath comes difficult. Vmok, you are accustomed to this, and there is no issue.
Takes a deep breath.
Yep.
Oh.
Looking out across, you see the towers, still with the ogres atop of them, and the occasional patrolling humanoid on the castle courtyard. But it's...
Am I not on a map? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it got rid of you.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah,
I was,
for some
and then also
reason.
back.
For some reason, sometimes movements just delete you from the map.
No, and I'm sorry for interrupting you just to ask that.
I don't know what's going on with Fantasy Grounds and that. It's probably some of the extensions. I looked through them and I updated all the ones that I think needed it, but...
I have a couple of quick questions about the map. Is this a path
Yes.
that leads down from the door here? Okay,
Yes,
so this
that
is
is a
a
pathway.
really steep. It's like a really steep slope then here. Because it looks like it's doing switchbacks.
I mean, it is definitely a slope. So like
Okay.
you're quite a number of feet up from the courtyard.
Gotcha.
I'll get you that map again.
And gotcha.
Yeah, so that's like the steepness of the slope. You're up top, like right here.
Gotcha. Okay, so then this tower right here in the back, this thick boy,
Yep. That is
that
the
this guy?
That's the fat tower over there. Yes.
Okay. Well, we were going for a big, fat, thick tower, thinking that's the helm. So that's the one Freddy would head to. Try to avoid patrols. It's like he's gonna watch and see if there's like any sort of routine to them real quick, and try to like walk like I belong in between them to the tower. Tokens are locked.
There you go.
As Freddy walks out, Ureva will attempt to keep her eye on him with bow and arrow raised if anybody were to attack him. But if he, never mind, we're moving.
We're all going, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
There's no providing Overwatch on this one. Is the input really laggy, or is it just me?
It's laggy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still stuck in the tower.
Let's wait for Slurm here.
Yep.
Got to move around to objects.
No, right. Sorry.
Oh, almost went on top of Emac there. We ain't that kind of friends.
Oh, no, it's not.
Wow.
Bam, chicken pan, bam.
Oh, yikes. Grab the wrong token.
B-Mock's looking around, but trying not to look around.
Hashtag natural, everybody.
Kind of hard for VMOC because he's so uncool.
Remember the passphrase, Hail Blagathicus. Or Tiamat, our mother in strength.
Hail Tiamat, Blagathicus is cool.
Yep, you got her, VMOC.
I'll just leave the passphrases up to you guys.
All right, moving about castle grounds. You don't seem overly noticed. Like, there'll be the occasional, cultist kind of running. Because it is cold trying to get from area to area, but more often than not, there aren't really patrols or guards or anything.
I would say VMOC probably put his torch out, right? Because it's daylight.
Yeah.
Ureva, as she's walking along, is kicking herself because she realizes she has cult regalia in her bag. But she forgot when she was in the tower, distracted by the bite marks on VMUC's arm.
At least they were on his arm.
Well, she wouldn't look elsewhere.
I wasn't saying anything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have cult clothes in my backpack. Can I put those on?
Well, right now, if you wanted to, you'd be doing that right out in the open. But you could put those on.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying for Ureva.
Yeah.
Like, Ureva remembered
This
on
is
the
like
walk.
a giant... Is this a giant rock?
Yeah.
Could I... okay.
If you really
I'm going
wanted to, you
to ask
could.
if...
this
Rosemary.
gray line over here is a wall, though, right?
Rosemary, remember we're trying to drive a wedge in between the giants and the cultists, so showing up as cultists might not be the best idea.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Oh.
Fred says, I have cultist regalia as well, but I chose not to wear it. And with that, Freddy will try to step inside the tower.
Okay, Freddy. When you open this door, there's a silver chime that rings as it is open.
Oh, that is,
Silver chime
Okay.
attached to the inside of the door, like above, when the door opens. Ting!
mm-hmm.
All right.
Welcome to the hardware store.
Now.
Yeah.
You get the prompt or no?
Yep, just got it.
Okay. All right, Freddy. You see...
Oh, I got the blue circle of death.
Uh-oh. So you see the interior of this tower with a staircase hugging the interior wall, leading up to a landing with a door. The room itself contains sturdy wood-carved furnishings of giant proportions, including a table surrounded by 4 chairs. The walls are sculpted with ice murals depicting an army of hill, frost, fire, stone, and cloud giants. Along with the environment, you see 4 ogres guarding the lower level. They wear fancy plumed helmets, and each of them turn to the door opening and have their weapons almost clumsily, like bringing them at the ready.
Fred says, good morrow.
All right. They turn to you and say, who you?
Oh
What
my
do you
goodness.
need?"
I have a proposition for your boss. Perhaps you could show me the way to him.
They look at each other kind of dumbly, and after a moment trying to like visibly like think in their head, what password?
Hail Blagathicus.
That right. Okay, follow me. And now, with a job well done, congratulating themselves on being such good guardsmen, they actually bring you up.
These
to
guys
the
are fucking
second
top
level.
tier. Elite guard. We'll promote now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm just going to bring you all to this next level.
Sorry, I really have to use the restroom. BRB.
Okay. We can take a really quick break. Everybody can.
Yeah, I need to go to the restroom
Okay,
too.
everybody go ahead and use the restroom. Go get some food or whatnot, and we will come back in, I don't know, like 2 minutes.
You mean get beer? Okay.
Yeah. Fill up those mugs. All right, see you all back in 2 minutes. All right.
That one.
And we are back. I think so.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
anyway.
Stream thing just looks a little weird.
So that's what they call it these days.
What the kids are saying, yeah.
Yep, we're back. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right. So, hope everybody got their snacks and took their potty break and everything and is ready to go.
Yep.
Married my snack.
Whoa.
Yikes. I was sipping some of
Aww.
my
She said,
V8 and I almost spit it out.
Giggity. I mean,
she
I
said
don't
I'm
know.
nummy.
And everybody just threw up in their mouths.
No, not at all.
That's
Oh, what the heck? Oh dear.
Mm.
I don't see me on the map, so.
That is because token stack resolution is all messed up.
What is this technical stuff you're saying to me? Hey, man, now come
There
on.
we go. Okay.
Ends my
Good now.
dump stat.
Okay. The walls of this room are sculpted with icy murals depicting cloud giants riding giant birds. An enormous bed with a headboard of ice sculpted to resemble clouds dominates the room. Bear furs are heaped upon the bed, and two large wooden chests rest at the bed's foot. A blue-skinned giant sits upon the floor with his legs crossed, while two ogres comb his snowy white hair. The giant's hulking morning star leans against the bed within arm's reach. The ogre, bringing you up, speaks, Master, these say they're here for you. And the booming voice of this giant responds, "Why have you brought these to me?" An ogre with the plumed helmet looks especially frightened for a moment. Hello?
We're here.
I'm waiting for Freddy. He's leading this.
Right.
But
You're talking to the ogre, weren't you?
yeah, the dude asked the ogre, not us.
Yeah, but it's not like... Doesn't mean you can't talk.
Ah, okay. Freddy will take one small step kind of in front. Here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I do like his profile, though. That's awesome. All right. And say, you must be the great Blagathkus.
He nods his head, scrutinizing you. Who are you?
My name is Frederick, and these are my companions. Fred points to each one in turn. Vmok, Rosemary, Ureva, and the mighty Slurm.
Hello.
Dragon Lady have new destination?
See, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and tell you that we're actually not with the Dragon Lady.
Then why you here? How you get on castle?
That doesn't matter. Why we're here is I'm interested why someone as strong and as great and as clearly powerful, Freddy looks around the castle holding up his hands this with clenched fists clearly powerful, is working with the cult.
He pauses for a moment, staring intently at you. There is an obvious intelligence to this creature. High intelligence. Far superior than the ogres surrounding him. Perhaps even more intelligent than what you're used to. He scoffs. I not work for the cult. I work with cult now. For a time.
You are providing them a great service. I'm just wondering what you get in return. That could be worth so much.
There is much that can be learned working with enemies.
Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Something like that. Tell me, what is your purpose being here? What you need from Blagathkus?
Well, we know that the cult is trying to raise Tiamat, and, well, we like living here, so we're trying to stop them.
We may have more in common than previously supposed.
Freddy does his absolute best to hide his shock. Oh, do go on.
You seek to stop cult? Blagathkus, do this also.
Fred looks visibly confused. How are you stopping them when you are aiding them so much?
I only aid them for a time. I know their movements. They don't tell me everything, but they tell me enough.
And I'm sure you keep track of where they tell you to go, so you can mark their hotspots.
You are more intelligent than I supposed.
Likewise, I've never talked to one of your kind. I believe you are some sort of giant, is that right?
Of course you not see much of my kind. 'Twas the dragons themselves. In the wars of ancient past. The lands of lost Astoria will come back. I see to it.
And perhaps a deal can be made between us. What do you say?
You, leave now. The ogres exit the room. Two of them go on top of the roof. You see a way to get up top, and the one that escorted you goes back down.
Fred's gonna take one more little step forward and actually sit like Indian style on the floor with like his hands on his knees, in like an obvious non-threatening position, like getting ready to negotiate.
All right. Blagothkus turns, still kind of still cross-legged. Tell me, little one, how you know about cult, how you get onto my castle. It's not an easy task.
No, it was not. Your castle is a very mighty thing. I'm not sure how much of this story you want me to bore you with, but I'll start from the beginning and just tell me to speed on ahead when you want me to speed on ahead. Fair enough? So Fred talks about their rather humble beginnings, finding the cult raiding the town that they were in, and then banding up with some of the other survivors from the raid and going south, finding their camp in the foothills, attacking it, and destroying the eggs, finding Ureva, and managing to escape from the cult's grasp. However, finding that they had taken most of their gold north, Freddy and co. here decided to follow them in a caravan. That went very lacklusterly. We weren't exactly subtle. Like Fred chuckles and like looks back at Rosemary and VMOG. He then says he eventually followed him into the swamps to a castle called Neratar. Stormed that castle, allied himself with the lizard folk, took out not only cultists, but what are the frog people called again?
Bullywug?
Bullywug, thank you. Bullywugs alike. Witnessed Rezmir and Azbara Jos flee from the castle through a portal in the basement. He also mentions Ondar dying briefly, but he kind of like brushes over it a little bit. Then once teleported through the castle, through the castle's basement, says about how they found the lodge, stormed the lodge as well, fought with Talus, got some information from her, went into the town of Parnast, and unfortunately you guys actually managed to get away before we got on the castle, but we hijacked some of the wyverns and managed to catch up. We made the almost critical error of landing in the basement, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you what's down there, and instead decided to make our way to one of your towers. We landed at the ruined one, met a very lovely but rather sharp-clawed being up there. She made a deal, allowing us to live in exchange for some of our blood to feed her. And then here we are.
You see the cloud chaser below. Huh. He scoffs at this mention of the dragon. It will not be allowed to be on my castle much longer. Time is coming for the revolution.
I would love to see that be slain. Nasty things.
You slay dragon, Blagathkus help you.
Fred nods in approval with like a little, I don't know what you call it. It's not a smirk, but like a that's not a bad gig. Like face on his expression on his face. I can't
Ireva
talk today.
smiles. She doesn't say anything, but a big wicked smile plays on Ireva's face.
What about you? I want to hear a little bit of your story as well. First, what type of giant are you, good sir?
Oh, you cannot tell merely by looking. I'm a cloud giant.
I'm sorry, I'm rather unfamiliar with giants.
I am the mightiest of all the giants.
Can I roll a knowledge check to see what Freddy would know about cloud giants?
That would be nature check.
Say, or can you just like give some basics that would just be generally known through lore?
Go ahead and roll nature along with a history.
All right. Nature and history. Jesus
Christ.
No.
I told you to change the color.
No, I like this
Okay.
color. It has been going fantastic for me up until now.
Basically, Freddy, you know that giants, there are a number of different kinds. You're not certain like what there are, but you definitely know there's like fire and frost and hill giants and such. They come from an empire from ages and ages ago, and you know that there was like a war between giants and dragons. But anything more than that, you really don't know.
I did roll really well earlier on a knowledge checks about how to fight giants. Would I know anything about that earlier roll about cloud giants?
What did I tell you for that earlier roll?
They have extremely large HP pools, high strength. Each one has unique spell casting given to each type. The best way to deal with them is to not let them overwhelm you by focusing fire, staying at range, and taking them down one at a time.
All right. So you would know that cloud giants are probably more of the casters, the tricky ones.
Okay. Well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I will have many stories to tell my children.
If you live
Ireva
long
grimaces
enough.
at the thought of Freddy having children.
Blagathkus speaks up. If you live long enough, your kind only lives very small lives.
That may be true, but they are a fiery life. You must give us that.
How long?
Just bear witness to what we've accomplished in the past few weeks. It's been quite the journey, for better or for worse.
Blagathkus, this his tower for many years. Me and my wife. And then he gives like a sign, a gesture, almost like that which you would make towards a god in prayer and such. She is gone now. The tomb rests just across the way. I bury her in the ice. With her gone, Blagothkus' life, not so much meaning, but the time of lost Astoria is long since need to come. I noticed the movements of this cult. Take it upon myself to learn what I could. In what I have learned, I have determined they cannot be allowed to come to the fruition of their plans. And so for now, yes, I lend my help and my aid, but they do not know my intentions. Gathering information, dissenting it to the many giants across the lands. I know their plans, at least enough. I know their movements, I know their bases. When the day has come, perhaps that is this day, Blagothkus will take over this castle and cast them out. We'll come together with the rest of the giants and crush the cult.
Well, Blagothkus, is today that day? Fred, has a visible amount of excitement on him, encouraging him.
He responds, I like this fire. Reminds me of my kin. You slay the Cloud Chaser, will send a shock to the cult. I will man the helm. The cult will not survive.
Alright. We attack the White Dragon. Cloud Chaser. Fred corrects himself. And then we'll head on up and deal with the cult from there, together.
You take care below, I will take care of above. And I have two kin down below that could provide their own aid. I will send word.
My next question is, I do not know this castle. How do we get to below without tipping off the cult?
There is an ice staircase that goes from this top level to the bottom within the ice. It is the central hub, can get you most anywhere.
Very well. How do we get to this central stair? Is it just in the courtyard? By the ruined tower?
Yes, on the other side of the courtyard.
Alright. Fred stands up. I would shake your hand, but I fear you may crush it.
I most certainly.
May I shake your finger?
He gives a kind of a queer look, but nevertheless extends a hand, and you basically wrap your hand around one of his fingers in order to shake. He seems a little bit amused by this.
Ureva simply puts her hand to her forehead and takes a deep bow to him.
Owner's doing business with you.
I have a question. What of Sandasil? What do you think of her presence here?
The vampire. She feeds on me, on my guards. She thinks I don't know. But they're only ogres in any case, not real giants. She part of the old cult. Not sure why Rezmir brings her to my castle. They don't get along so well. I think it is for overall support from her cult.
Would make a good backup. and a great intimidation tactic. It's
Yes.
smart of Rezmir.
She wishes to see Rezmir dead as well, though.
And perhaps it was not always so.
Rezmir will die. As long as Glajael does not give you too much trouble. And at this, he smiles and probably smell a little bit of the nastiness coming from his breath.
All right, let's get this party started.
Before we go, what was the name you just said again?
Glazael? That is
Yes,
the
that
dragon,
one.
the cloud chaser. That is his name.
Only for so long. Soon he
Okay.
will not need a name, for he will be slain.
Thank you for your information.
I will wait until the dragon is slain. Then, and only then, we will fight. We will purge this castle of the cult. We will begin the war for Astoria. And at this, he stands up, takes the Morning Star, kind of like slaps it in his palm.
Whoa, you almost hit me with that.
Fred takes a step back and starts to go down the... Oh, wow, this is laggy. Takes a step back and starts to go down the stairs.
As he passes, Ireva will place a hand on Freddy's shoulder. Well done, Freddy.
Fred just nods back and thanks. Oh, that's not the rooftop. That's not where I want to go.
You'll go to the red.
Yep. Trying.
Blue is typically up, red is typically down.
There we go.
Blue
I'm
enter,
sure we will
red
meet
exit.
again.
Oh,
And now the map is panicking.
It said absolutely not.
yeah, it's doing that thing where every time someone goes through a portal, it snaps back to whatever it wants. Auto center map. Oh, I need to turn that off. Okay.
Yep.
It turned back on. Ha ha! Ha ha!
I'm trying to change that setting, but it's not letting me.
That's because we're all moving.
No, come on. Come on.
How do you change that?
Should
Go
be
to
in
the
your settings.
settings wheel on the top right, the options.
Mm-hmm.
Turn
Oh,
off.
mine's off.
Oh,
Got it, thank you.
yeah, no, it's still doing it. Oh, Fantasy Grounds. Every 6 months, it just has to screw our whole world up.
And it's not in beta.
It's just
No
because I have
longer
so
has an
many.
excuse.
It's because I have so many extensions, and even when every time Fantasy Grounds itself updates, I'm pretty sure a lot of the extensions need to update, and not all of them are from like DM's Guild, so I can't like update them. Basically, I have to like find the website that I got an extension from and see if there's an update. I just
Oh, yikes.
yeah, for some of them.
That's a pain in the pooper.
I hope they're all worth it.
Little quality of life changes that I think help out a lot, but I got some new ones that I definitely want to take another look at because it seems to be really bogging down the processes.
The skill check one, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of.
I think that's not how it's supposed to work. I think it's conflicting with another extension, so I can get a different extension or just not use the one. All right. Anyway, so you have met with the big bad B-boy Blagathkus,
Yeah,
and
I do
have
not want to fight
determined-
him.
and you have determined to help him because he offers to help you. And as you can see that this castle, though it is nigh impregnable, is fractured. There are many factions at play. There is Sandasil of the old cult. There is the cult itself led by Rezmir. There are the Red Wizards. And now you have found that the cloud giant Blagathkus who is in control of the castle is another faction.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I expected him to require a lot more convincing, but I'm not bad.
Yeah, he's ready. All right, and so you have free reign of what your next movements will be. You have promised to slay Rezmir as part of your agreement with Sandasil, and you have also promised to slay Glagale the Cloud Chaser down below by the treasure.
Well, guys, we're as strong as we're ever going to be right now. I say we go take care of a big winged boy.
I agree.
Take care of the biggest one we can.
With that, Fred will head to the door.
It was hard to keep my promise. I tell you this now.
Thank you, Vimok. Your restraint is much appreciated.
All right, I moved you back onto the map just because easy.
Vimok, I am very proud of you.
Whoa, she big.
I know your people and giants have a history of... Well, actually, I don't know if she would know this.
What is going on?
Your rave is huge.
Why did that happen?
It's blowing up now. Oh,
Chunky.
I got the ring of death.
She ate too much at the holidays.
She was as big as the giant.
It's all that dying.
How dare you? How dare you sleep in the guest room tonight, sir?
No, make him sleep
What
on the
happened to all
couch.
that talk about you got your cutie right there next to you.
Your snack.
Yeah, that's not a thing
Your
anymore.
I
snack.
married my snack, but I think I'm gonna go on a diet.
Yeah, I guess the snack is a bit bitter for her liking.
I need to lose some weight, and it's called my snack.
Some dead weight.
Ouch.
Okay, so he said it was across the courtyard.
On the other side of the ice.
Does that mean that thing?
Could be.
Did we find out where Rezmir was? Or just the dragon?
Just the dragon.
Okay.
Didn't ask.
Because he's gonna help us fight
I just thought about that.
if we kill the dragon. Blame Freddy.
It's all my fault.
Reva will walk closely behind Freddy.
Do you have your giant bat out with you, Slurm?
I did communicate to have it ready in case we needed it.
Okay.
So I think I would take it with us.
Okay.
Because I have a plan. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll just get on it and fly on it right now. Low to the ground.
And just for the record, in case, so Ireva's not going to have her bow drawn, but she is going to have it in one hand, but casually swinging at her side. So she's not looking like threatening with it, but is ready.
Nah, she always threatening.
Mm-mm. We're off to slay the dragon.
The wonderful dragon of
It's not wonderful.
Faerun. The horrible dragon of Faerun.
So, does this tunnel look like it goes down?
That tunnel does look like it goes down. But you see no staircase that Blagathkus was talking about.
Yep. Okay. So continue across the courtyard.
As Vimok walks by here, Ireva looks to make sure that he has the same color skin as normal. He doesn't look paler than he should.
Are you lagging behind, Rosemary, or what's going on?
Oh, I didn't know we were moving, sorry.
Why do you stare at me?
As you move closer to this area, you notice some kobolds moving around over by this room. You also notice a tower over this way.
Okay. Red's really focused on finding a tunnel with stairs. Or stairs with a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Secret tunnel.
Gireva will catch Rose and Slurm's attention if, well, they were grouped together, and nod towards the kobolds.
Moving into the courtyard now, there is a small group of humanoids who take notice of your movements, looking a bit confused and a bit startled by the giant bat, and they come up to you. They say,
that looks like staircases to the right.
Yep.
Does Fred see those? Okay.
Oh, rude, Nomad, rude. We are almost there.
As they come up, they regard you with a little bit of caution, but they do not look aggressive. Hail Blagothkus.
Tiamat, our mother in strength.
Ah. I don't remember seeing you around here before. Are you new?
Very. We just got picked up in Parnast.
Ah. Well, never seen one of you before. Looking at Vmok. Goliath. We got quite a lot of strength on our side.
Yes, the cult has a very long reach, does it not?
Very long, very long. Where do you hail from?
Me? Further, east on the Sword Coast. Or west. I had the map confused. West on the Sword Coast.
Further west. Huh. I come from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I've traveled through there once or twice. It's a nice city.
I think everybody's been through Baldur's Gate. Spits on the ground. Cess part of all the lands. Everybody comes through. Well, I'll leave you be. This cold weather nips me.
Yeah, Fred shivers as well. Like, yes, I would much like to get out of this hostile air. And he turns right and starts walking.
All right. And he makes mention, hey, I go kick some of these kobolds into shape. And actually, does one of those things where he tries to make, Slurm flinch.
Whip him good. Just not that one. That one's with me.
Yeah, right. Goes over to the area with the kobolds.
But do these stairs go down or up? Red is down.
Yep, they go down.
Hey, look who's a big brain.
They both say up.
Does it?
Ice tunnels? Ice tunnels up?
Yeah, do ice tunnels. Ice tunnels.
Or upper courtyard.
Ice tunnels.
All right.
I don't see a.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I see it. Oh, ice tunnels. You have to go in.
Yeah, it's just black.
Oh, it's because you don't have dark vision. Okay.
We're doing the ice tunnels, you said?
Yep.
Oh, stop it, map.
Stop it!
Stop it. So I'm not actually having Ureva move. I'm just getting her off of where other tokens would go.
Yep.
All right. So you descend the icy staircase.
Where am I? I don't
I'll put you on the map.
see
There we
myself.
go.
Oh, there we are.
All right. So you descend the icy staircase back into the ice tunnels, which you had first came into.
Do we recognize this area?
You do not.
Okay, we haven't been here before.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
like before, the walls are of blue ice and are partially transparent, where you can see various things embedded in the ice all around. There's some coins, helmets, livestock, and a handful of kobolds even. Perhaps even an ogre or two. Frost coats the tunnel floors and crunches underfoot as you go. All the tunnels seem to lead towards a central core. Even so, down the way to your north, you can see the glinting of treasure bouncing off of the tunnel walls.
Before we proceed, I think we should come up with a game plan.
I call throwing arrows into the dragon's neck.
I call
Probably a good
him
start.
football.
It is a white dragon, is it not?
It is. It is a great white dragon.
Vimok, you are resilient against the cold, aren't you?
It's one way to put it, yes.
My armor of Agathis that I cast is largely useless against it. And plus I would not last very long. If you are resistant against cold, then perhaps you stand the most chance up close to it.
The white dragons are, what, like ice dragons? Is that what we know so far?
Yes. Slorm, what's your plan? Do you plan on using your bat?
Going to let Ireva and Rosemary sit on the bat and fire at it from afar. I will smack it.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I do have ranged options. What about you, Ureva? Would you like to share the bat with me?
As long as I am able to concentrate while riding the bat, because the most of my power comes from my abilities that require me to think upon my enemies.
I think the most important is we should try not to be hit since we do have concentration. I could bless you guys and give you extra oomph to trying to attack. As long as we don't have to control the bat, is that okay? Because the bat follows your command, doesn't it, Slurm?
Yeah, that's, I was going to try to clarify this with Nomad. If I could allow those two to sit on the bat at a distance, since I could communicate telepathically with the bat, could I just have it, stay at, like, a distance?
So you want to command it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have telepathic communication. Let's see.
And it has like an intelligence of 6.
Yeah.
I can communicate with it, so I figured, possibly they could, use it like a flying platform to stay safe.
And I will be doing my best to debuff it. I will mock the creature and taunt it.
I just know we cannot. From what I understand of these beasts, it is best not to be too close together.
Yes, we must split up.
As we fight it, we should array ourselves around it, but not too close to each other.
I do have an idea as well.
It depends on what you guys think about it. I could either make the enemy weakened with their attack towards us, or I could buff our attack towards it. Either way, I would need to concentrate on one of those. I can't do both at once.
I will debuff it. You focus on enhancing our abilities.
Make sure you give that blessing to yourself as well.
So with the fine steed, it allows you to work as a seamless unit. So when you're mounted, you get that stuff. it makes perfect sense that you could give it commands telepathically, so you don't necessarily have to be mounted. So you could use it as like, yeah. So you could be your own thing, and then your steed could be the other thing. Where when you give it commands, it would not require an action, but if it is mounted, I will say it will require a bonus action to give it a specific command. Just because it's not meant to be a mount for other people, it's kind of meant to be a mount for you. And then having another person on that's just going to be like a little bit weird. The only thing I'll do is use a bonus action if the bat is mounted by someone else in order for you to give a command. Otherwise, it'll function perfectly fine.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Okay. So that's what I had.
Okay.
Rosemary will lend her hand out to Ureva and get on the giant bat then.
Okay.
Either way, we should move to find this creature or find a spot that's suitable to us and draw it to us.
Fred points up this direction. I see the pile of gold that we saw earlier. I believe right there is its nest.
Well, then that would be either where it's at or where it will come.
I will be right behind you, VMOC, as will Slurm. Ureva and Rosemary follow up behind us in the bat.
Ureva nods.
It will be a great battle. And remember, stay split up if we can.
I can't seem to move my token.
I do have a question for all of you, though.
Oh, that's because I was grabbing Freddy. Never mind.
Oh, you were what now?
No, that's my candy.
That's getting me a handful, Bubba.
I thought he was your snack, and then now he's in trouble. Now he's candy. Make up your mind.
If you saw his face, you wouldn't stay mad at him either.
Not his face I was grabbing.
So I could only
Hey,
choose.
Spencer, thank you so much for the cheer.
So I can only choose 3 people to give them help against the attack. VMOC, I know you can rage, so you are good at hitting anyways. Are you going to rage, or are you...
Is he gonna breathe?
Dude, does a bear shit in the woods?
If it's in the woods, yes, it does.
Because otherwise I could give it to somebody else, so we all have...
No, so Ureva should absolutely have it. Probably yourself, so you can maintain concentration. And then the third one is up to you, honestly. It probably will be wasted on Freddy since he's doing vicious mockery, and that's a save, not an attack.
You should help Slurm.
I mean, I could do it at 2nd level and get 4 people.
Good. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Well, let's go in now. And then it's gonna go to...
Such a treasure I have never seen.
Alright, let's do this.
You want to do all... Okay, so you want to target everybody as part of the bless, because if you do them individual targets, like if you're dragging, it's going to make you roll 3 separate concentration checks.
Oh, there I did it. I targeted everyone, so that should work now.
Okay.
And then I already marked it off on my thing. That should work now. Ureva, I can help you up if you'd like.
Ureva takes the hand and steps up.
Okay, so you got Ureva, yourself, and Slurm?
And Freddy, since I did it at 2nd level.
4th, okay. We're at the higher level. Okay. All right, so you go down to a level within the ice tunnels that is a little bit more level, kind of closer in alignment to your first entrance to this to the Skyreach castle. Moving about the tunnels, you are slowly declining in elevation. VMOC, you begin to see the large chamber below, where you see bits of gold and treasure.
I see the...
We're about 20 feet from the exit of this tunnel.
Okay, gets behind the shield, draws his longsword. Check that. Pulls the hammer out.
Okay, so you have your warhammer. Okay.
Ready. I see the treasure. Begins to creep forward.
Yep, then the dragon must be near. Are our allies following us, or are they staying back?
I
I'm
can't
following
see
you
what's
guys.
happening.
Yeah, we're following, but we can't control the bat.
Yeah.
So like we're both Rose and Ereva are on the bat. It's just a batty situation.
Is Slurm by the staircase or by Freddy? Because I have two Slurms.
Staircase.
I had
I'm
by
not
the
a
staircase. If you
I
close
see the
the
one by the staircase.
if you close the map and reopen it, I think it gets rid of any lagged part.
Oh yeah, okay, that did it.
Amok's trying to listen for any sounds of like deep breathing or anything, you know?
Yeah, I'd move right up with them.
I believe we are trying to stealth, aren't we, too? We should probably roll stealth checks.
As much as you can, yeah.
Why didn't
siren.
it take pass without a trace?
If you are trying to be stealthy, go ahead and make me some stealth checks.
And I don't get advantage because I'm not walking, right?
No. The bat's gonna have to roll.
Fucking B-Monk.
Oh, so it wouldn't be Reva's stealth.
Oh, I was at disadvantage.
Oh, you're on the bat, so
Nope, that makes sense.
Okay.
it would be the bat's check, not yours.
Yeah.
I said it makes sense. Okay.
Damn ice.
Oof.
Excellent.
All right. As you begin to approach, you hear a large form stir within.
Oh, VMOC, go.
Yeah, B-Monk will run. If it starts to move, he's going to dash in there.
Yeah, Fred's charging as well. We can't be caught inside this corridor.
I would follow.
Okay. As you charge within the chamber,
Tell me when to stop.
Of course, I'd have the bat following as well.
Yep.
Fred's going north.
I already locked your token.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so then Ereva and Rosemary, we can say, got to like right there. I fix this. Freaking token stacking. There
Don't
we
worry
go.
about the bat. Just move those.
Yeah, don't.
Like the bat
Yeah.
would be just
Yep.
represented.
Like,
Just
on the back.
inside. All right, so as you enter this chamber, Glajael, the white dragon, this cloud chaser, is moving about and stirring. It has noticed your presence. And as you move within, the floor of the cavern is carpeted in gold, silver, copper, and jewels, all sealed under a sheet of ice, with dozens of old human skulls and bones also frozen beneath the ice. And this is where we will have to end the session.
My name's
Good
Nomad.
spot.
I have to work.
What?
Nothing. I'm kidding.
Unless you have off today and we could play later.
I do not.
No, you all know that I could literally go for like 6-hour session and still keep going.
I think this was a darn good session, though.
It's a good place to stop, for sure.
Good place to stop.
I think Freddie gets the MVP badge for tonight. Let's be honest.
I didn't roll very well.
No, but we got lots of fights.
I still want to kill that giant.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm just saying.
Maybe later.
Yeah, Goliaths and giants don't get along well.
What is going on? Okay, so there we have it. There was session 5 of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. They have made a few tentative alliances, not necessarily alliances, but probably more likely to be agreements between the different factions of Skyreach Castle, and now they're seeking to fulfill one, being slaying Glajael, the Cloud Chaser. And we will join once again next Monday at 10 a.m. Central. And I look forward to seeing you all there. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for playing D&D with me. I look forward to the next time we meet.
Thank you. Awesome session.